It's my mom's birthday soon. And rather than buying her something from the store, I thought it would be way better to make something. So today we are going to be using the Creality 60-watt laser engraver to make my mom some birthday gifts. But before we get started, let's rewind a little bit. Setting up the Creality Falcon2 Pro was pretty straightforward, and we had it set up in about 30 minutes. This laser is the 60-watt version, and I am really excited to test it out and see what it's capable of. The sliding door makes it easy to access the working area, which is 400 by 400 millimeters, or about 15.7 inches. The slats on the bottom are great for cutting, and the tray at the bottom can be pulled out to remove all the little pieces that fall in between. The Creality Falcon2 Pro comes with a camera inside the enclosure, so right now we are working on setting it up and calibrating the camera. Overall, this step took about 10-15 minutes to complete. Okay, so we just finished calibrating the camera for this laser. I will link the video in the description on how we calibrated it. I followed along on another user's YouTube video and it was really helpful. So I'll link that video in the description if you guys are interested in knowing how to calibrate the camera of the Creality Falcon2 Pro. Now we are going to jump straight in and work on our first design. This is how to focus the laser. Included in the package is this small focusing guide, so we loosened the screws on the side of the laser module, placed the guide under the laser, tightened the screws, and then removed the guide. Pretty simple. So the first thing that we are going to be making with the Creality Falcon2 Pro are these little tea lights, and I found the file on Etsy. Etsy actually has a lot of laser files. If you want to go on there, you can buy them. They're already pretty much ready to go, plug and play. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So I have the file on my computer right here, and I am going to do one test cut to make sure all of my settings are good before we cut the project out and pretty much go from there. This laser is 60 watts, so for one part of the tea light we are going to crank it to see what this bad boy is capable of. So stick around for that. First up, testing it out and then go from there. Okay, so I opened the DXF file in Lightburn. And since the file is ready to go, I don't have to do much. I'll include the link to this file in the description for you all if you're interested. I set up 2 tiny circles in the corner to test the settings to make sure they're good to go before I start cutting out the whole project. So, it looks like we got a winner. So the second cut came out way better, so I am going to go ahead and use those settings. So I went ahead and plugged in all of the settings in Lightburn and then got started on cutting out the project. I love that this laser comes with an enclosure already attached to it. It's really convenient. So the laser just finished cutting the design. Everything came out super crisp, one pass. So we're gonna pull everything out and get started on assembling it. And little by little, you guys will understand what this is. I'm really happy with the quality of the cuts. They are looking real good. We decided to keep the pieces in order to make it easier for us to assemble, so we placed them back into position using the wood they were cut from. Sort of like a puzzle. So the cuts that the laser made are really amazing, really crisp and clean, and perfect for this project. So we are gonna work on assembling this and go from there. So we just finished cutting and gluing and assembling the first little tea light. And here is the results. Pretty cool. Right now we glued the bottom just so that they don't move, the little arms. So we're just gonna let it sit for a minute and dry. And while we do that, I am gonna work on setting up the second tea light and put the files into my computer and get cutting on the laser. Okay, so same as before, the file is pretty much already made, so all I had to do was just kind of rearrange the pieces so they all fit in the workpiece. So it just finished cutting and everything is looking good. So we are gonna pull this out and get started on building it. We did the same thing we did with the first tea light and put all the pieces back into the wood so we could have a better idea of the order that they go in. And here's how the second one came out. I actually really love these, and I'm definitely going to be making some for us too. I love the simplicity and the geometry of both designs. So now that we are done cutting out the second design with the Creality laser, Viant is over here working on assembling the little tea light. And next up, we are about to do something pretty intense with this laser. This laser is 60 watts, so it's pretty beefy. So what we're gonna do is take this 2x6, which is about 1.5 inches thick, put it in the laser, and see if we can cut a base. So this is gonna be pretty interesting. This is the first time that we've ever tried to cut something this thick. Let's see how it goes. So right here, there's a little button where you can choose between precision, normal, and powerful mode. So right now, we are going to change it to powerful mode. Make sure that it has all the power it can get to cut this piece of wood. Unfortunately, two things happened. Number one, I made a mistake on the size and therefore had to redo the cut. And number two, my camera died. But here are the results. So the laser did cut all the way through this piece of wood, but it did take quite a few passes to get there. I think we landed on 12 passes total. Still, I cannot believe the laser was able to do this. Pretty impressive, I must say. Okay, so now we have this super cool candle holder, little tea light holder. I am gonna try to make a base for underneath, just to make it a little bit more sturdy and have something to kind of sit it up on. So I'm gonna take a piece of wood that we used on another project, which I will link for you guys, where we made an address sign. So I'm gonna take the leftover piece of wood from that and try to cut out a little base for both of the tea lights. The wood that we're using, I believe, is about 3/4 inch, so it's pretty thick. But this laser is a 60 watt laser, so it should have no problem cutting through it. So let's get started. I drew a few marks around the tea light to use as a guide for drawing the circles on the wood. Then I put the piece in the working area and used the guide from Creality to focus the laser module. That's one thing that the camera really comes in handy for, because it allows you to see the working area in light burn, so it helps you to gauge where to place things. So while we wait for the base to cut, we are going to take these beautiful pieces outside and spray a layer of sealant on them. All right, Time for action. Now it's just time to wait. All right, let's open it and check it out. Yep, perfect. So they are definitely cut out. So I'm gonna pull this piece of wood out gently. Nice. Oh, these came out super crisp. Look at that. Really nice cuts for sure. So as you can see, the Creality Falcon 2 Pro cut these out no problem. So these, we are gonna try to use these as the base of the candle holders. So they just have like a little something to sit on, but we need to let them dry right now. So we're gonna let those dry and seal these and let these dry and then put them together. So we are gonna let that dry for a little bit and then connect them both together. So far, everything in the project is turning out really well, and I'm really impressed with the strength of this laser. Be sure to click the exclusive link in the description if you guys are interested in picking up a Creality Falcon 2 Pro 60-watt laser. This is really an incredible machine, and you can do a lot with it. All right, you guys, check these out. I am so incredibly happy with how these turned out. The Creality Falcon 2 Pro is really a beast, and so far I'm really enjoying using it. It made this project super easy, and I'm really looking forward to using it more in the future. I'm definitely going to be making a few of these for ourselves because I love them. I can't wait to give these to my mom for her birthday. I think they are gonna make a great gift set. Special thank you to Creality for sponsoring this video and giving us a chance to test out the new Creality Falcon 2 Pro 60-watt laser. This laser can do a lot, so be sure to click the link in the description and check it out if you want to see any specific specs or features. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Help support our channel by leaving a comment, liking, and sharing this video. As always, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with our projects and adventures on Pacific Pines Ranch. We put out new videos every Saturday and sometimes even during the week, so be sure to subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss any. Okay, bye.